The convicts include Mugisha Frank, Captain Alimba Moses alias Musa, number URK 040 SPC, Kashaija Rashid, Ahumuza Iral, Mwesigwa Abed, number 30704, Detective Constable Muketi Lawrence, and Rakman Rodin. The 7 were convicted of murdering a businessman, Godi Ainobushorobozi, on 8th December 2018 at Chemengo area along Lukunjiri, Luhanga Road, in Lukunjiri district. Although they all pleaded not guilty yesterday, court, basing on the evidence from the 9 prosecution witnesses, found them guilty with the murder of Godi Ainobushorobozi. Having found them guilty, prosecution asked court to give them a deterrent sentence on the count that there was loss of life and that the accused have not been remorseful. The mitigating factors were, however, objected by the convicts' legal team. Judge Alex Ajij Makai, after assessing all submissions, sentenced the convicts basing on their participation in the murder.
Not only pocketed 800,000 for this senseless murder, but also participated in the waylaying of the deceased. Granted, he was quite cooperative with the investigation in this case, and above all, he apologized to the family of the deceased, and for that matter, I shall therefore sentence him to 18 years imprisonment. On A3, Captain Akiba Moses, his role has been highlighted. Much as he did not pull the trigger, he was in the second ambush ahead of the roadblock. And this means he was an active participant with the rest, and he was in constant communication with A3 and A2. And he was aware of the amount of money to be paid to A2. He therefore had a common intention to prosecute the offense. Much as court has considered the mitigating circumstances or factors, I find 27 years as a sufficient punishment for him. Kashaija Rashid was involved in the waylaying of the deceased and physical fight with the deceased. At the scene of crime. He has prayed for leniency but has a previous record on robbery for which he is serving 25 years. He has 2 wives and 7 children. Again, a life was lost. We all mourn the loss of the life in this senseless manner. And so I shall sentence him to 30 years imprisonment. Ahumuza Hilary.
Court also sentenced Ahumuza Hilary to 35 years in prison for having masterminded the murder of Godi, and others were sentenced accordingly.
He is the one who actually shot and killed the deceased. He is therefore an active participant. He too has prayed for leniency on the ground of his children and now bedridden mother. For his role in this case, he is accordingly sentenced to 35 years imprisonment. Mwesiga bed. And he knew about the deal. He was in constant communication with others on the mission to kill Godi. He was in cohorts with the rest. He too has pleaded for leniency. And I shall therefore sentence him to 27 years imprisonment. Muheke Lawrence. In respect of S7, that Muheke Lawrence is seen as the mastermind in this case. The boss referred to by others. The one who owed the deceased money. And therefore the one who hatched the plan to kill the deceased. He has prayed for lenience on the ground of multiple illnesses he suffers. That he has a family and children to look after. However, being a police officer with the duty to protect people and their property, he went against it. And he planned and committed this senseless murder to evade payment of a debt. He has left the deceased family in ruins. And so I shall sentence him to 37 years imprisonment as a deterrent. And lastly, we have A8, Wakimari Rodini, who is relatively young in the group. And is known as a fighter. He too was in cohorts with the rest of the accused persons. He has prayed for leniency. And so he is accordingly sentenced to 27 years imprisonment. It is so ordered. The period spent on remand is to be deducted. And that means A2 shall now serve how many years? Let's start with A2. From 18 years, what does he get? How many years has he spent on remand?
He has spent 6 years, 11 months and 1 day.
6 years, 11 months and 1 day. If you compute, what is he left with? From 18 years, remove 6, that is 12. Should it be 11 years? How many months? 1 month and 24 days. Is it? No, 29 days. Am I correct? 11 years, 9 months, and 29 days imprisonment.
Koti yatwara yaho emyaka amara 10 n'emyaka 6 n'amezi 11 hamwe n'ekiro kimwe wasigaza emyaka 11 hamwe n'amezi 9 hamwe n'ebiro 24.
We go to Captain Akiba. How long has he spent on remand?
He has spent 6 years, 11 months, and 1 day.
That means he shall now serve from 27 years (20 years).
20 years and 29 days.
Captain Akiba Moses, Wamarum Chome, Enyaka Mkaga.
20 years,
29 days.
1 month, and 29 days.
Wamarum Chome, Enyaka Mkaga.
Are we there? Are we together? 6 years, 11 months. So 20 years plus 6 months is 26 years. 1 month and 11 days is 12 months. That is now 27 years. So it should be 20 years and 29 days. Yes. And 29 days. Correct?
My Lord, we are using the remand warrant. Should have taken what comes together.
No, I'm just using the figures you're giving me. We're deducting 6 years, 11 days, 1 day from 27 years.
We shall be having 20 years and 29 days.
Correct. That is it. It's arithmetical.
Okay.
This is now where we get boys from men.
Okay. Akiba Moses,
Yes.
Wamarum Chome, Enyaka.
In terms of mathematics.
Sorry, Enyaka Mkaga, Hamena Mez, Ekumina Gumwe, Hamena Chimwe, Chuma Nsaboroza. While sentencing the convicts, Judge Alex Ajij Makai held the view that their sentence will serve as an example to the would-be perpetrators. Prosecution was represented by Irene Nachimbugwe, and the convicts were represented by Slibian Namaweja and Maka Mwesije.
Today we've been here at High Court to receive the sentencing in the matter of Rukunjiri. It's a murder case. It's been in this court for 2 years. It was referred from Rukunjiri to High Court Kampala because this is a different jurisdiction, and it has taken us 2 years to actually have it completed. Yesterday, the accused persons, who are 8 in number, they used to be 10, who are 8 in number, were convicted, and they were sentenced today, and the sentences have ranged from 18 years to about 35 years. And as prosecution, we are pleased with the sentencing and the judgment as well, and it has put an end to the 2 years that we've been in court. We've had the family members who are coming from Rukunjiri. Every time they would come here from Rukunjiri to take part in this hearing, and also the witnesses we had were coming all the way from Rukunjiri. So we think it is a success as prosecution, and we are glad that at least we've come to an end of this, and may the deceased person's soul rest in eternal peace.
Amanya bampita Cream Kyamugundu. Kyenjagala kati okutuusa kuba kati byonna bibaddewo biwedde, twakaaba twasirika. Naye kati saawa zino njagala kutuma abanamawulire muntuusize ekintu kyange ku bantu bano, kubanga tukubye omulanga naye maybe tugukubira ku bantu abakyamu. Naye kati ffe ng'abantu b'e Rukunjiri tubadde tusaba MP waffe Brigadier Jim Muwezi, nze nganze Cream Kyamugundu, nsaba bw'onaaba ompulidde otunule mu nsonga zino. Mazima ekitta abantu e Rukunjiri kibadde kati kikomye, naye okusinziira ebisalibwawo olunaku lwa leero, nze siri mu mativu nabyo, ate ne famire yange si mativu nabyo, kubanga abantu be bamu abadde batulugunya abantu Rukunjiri yonna, kantwalire wamu ne Bushenyi, Mitooma, Ntungamo, be bantu be bamu abadde batulugunya abantu. Si kubatulugunya nti babatulugunya ne babajjako ebyabwe ne babalekera obulamu, wabula n'obulamu bwabwe babukola ki? Babutwala. Kati nze mbadde nsaba Road Mayor w'e Rukunjiri, MP w'e Rukunjiri, LC5 w'erukunjiri nkuba omulango olwaleero muwulire okusaba kwaffe abantu bano babasalidde emyaka gye babasalidde tetuli mu mativu nayo kubanga babasalidde emyaka mitono mu bbanga etono bagenda kuvaayo era we baakoma we bagenda otandikira kitegeera. So kati to the other point, we have started with in fact they are the same, almost the same. We talked about this tuli bamativu wadde n'akamu ekisooka omuntu waffe yaleka famire ye yaleka abaana muzeeyi waffe wuuno ye yali amufaako buli kimu ng'amulabira ng'omuzeeyi omukadde bw'omulaba kati wali abonaabona nabo bali mu kugamba abaana baabwe babonaabona ne muzeeyi waffe ali mu kubonaabona naffe bennyini be yalaweera school fees twakomawo we twali twatuuka ne tutandika okubonaabona abaana by'abato ffe nga be yalaweerera singa yasigalawo n'atuweerera ne tumala okusoma naffe twandikutteko abaana abo ku mukono naye kati ffenna bwe yali ayamba gwe yali akozesa gwe yali azadde gwe yali azaalibwa naye naffe tuli mu kubonaabona tetuli bamativu wadde
tumbwenu tusazireho kureba okwabeire ina omuhimbo gw'okukora kandi akatubiisaho oga mwini tukutwahurira okufa kwe atukyatuterura mwini twahura twaho amaani ahakuba arekeraho abaana bato abo mbwenu zo kubona nabo okubareberera kandi ambona icyo kikutusasiza ukarangwa mbabano barabe bana bashaba ngo babacwera nanka nakibondezo cyabo butibijuka ubwo bisere no kuyabera ne family ye ari kugireberera ngwene cyo ninyenda ngo ugumurangana gutu gutera government mazima nayo ikintu eki kizo mu constitution yihanga na munonga nkabambe baba parliament bashitumu mu nanka no mu kigo yihanga bakitiseho umuntu urite mugenzi we ahibo kibonezo cyugira ngo nawasebe maisha ukafuta kubugira bakamukomye imyaka mike kuzagaruka akagaruka kandi arikwenda ngo nabwe asize family ejo kitasa munonga
kusinzira museyi kucyagambye ebibonerezo bye bawadde bana abantu kusinzira kubikorwa bye bakola nekinya kye batuteekamu tetuli bamativu muri mu specifically abantu nga ababali ba police officers ne batyobora ekitiibwa kya police kuba ntaatebe babikola ebyo kuteeka ko road blocks ezekimpatiri ne bata abantu ne bababba abantu lukunjere babye bangi abamu ne surviving a death abamu baafa abamu tebakyaliwo actually n'omusajja gwe basentensingira ko oyo Haji gwe yali akola mobile money abadde wano naye tayagadde kweragawo naye nti abadde wano yoyo gwe yali ayagala kutta Haji n'amuteeka ate otutegedde naffe tukutegedde olunaku n'olumu kooli musenyindo n'oyogera wewe yeriba endi y'obulamu bwo kati naye bwe yabakasukira ensawo bwe yakasuka ensawo ne bakutama kugijjayo n'ababuuka na survivinga bwatyo n'abalala babadde babagoberera ojja bba sente mu banka kuba Rukunjiri waliyo coffee traders bangi ojja sente mu banka ne bakulinya akagere otuuka wootuuka ne bakukiika ne bakujjako sente ne bagenda ate ku muddimo gw'emundu ezemundu tezinazuulibwa ziri luddawa bali bagufunda omugano nga bajja emundu ezo ku poliisi ekiro oba misana ne bazikozesa ate ne bazikomyawo mu gundi lyazo ne basirika ne poliisi ne basirikirira. So of course omuntu aba ali ku duty that means ye yakoze eki ye yabawadde bagende bakole ndowooza bajjanga ne bamutemera enjawulo ye naye ekyokusiba abantu abo emyaka gye babawadde ffe tulaba mitono bandu bawadde life sentence nabo ne basigala eyo ne tutaddamu nakubalaba kuba kati ffe amaaso gaffe okubalaba gakomye leero naye tebandukomyewo mu community n'ebirala babadde balimba abakazi baffe baafa biki owaffe yafa muto n'abaana be tebasooka kubeera naye bakule naye bagambe dadi yabalekawo bato bajja kukula nga babuuza n'okubuuza where is daddy tebajja kukyerabira bajja kubitubuuza naye ebibonerezo really bibadde bisamusamu. noenjoyinga nga bw'oyagala n'osula ku lubalaza tewali ajja kukubuuza nti ate ono kube eddembe lyajja tokyalina kyotya n'omuntu ayagala kugenda kukolera mu Rukunjiri nga baali bamutiisa nti ho Rukunjiri investingayo maama ababbi bajja kukuba lunaku olwo kasita bakulaba ng'olina kyotaddewo abo bagende bakole kuba babbi baabano basigadde luzira n'abo abaasigalayo nga baali banne baabwe batya kuba tulina bye tumanyi naye tebaafuna baba implicating so nabo batya bagamba we tukikolera bajja kugamba ombazeemu omuze gwawe bayinza kuba nga bali eyo bali recruiting naye kijja kutwala ekiseera n'abantu bingi kyabasanyusa nnyo era bwe banaakiwulira nti muzeeyi Kyamugundu awangudde guno omusango simanyi ekijja kubeera ku kitundu ne mu district y'e Rukunjiri as whole. According to what the court has ruled and given sentences, we are really not comfortable with the sentences. They are not heavy compared to what they did. They took the life of our brother. He's normal. And for them, they are still living. I don't know till when, but they are living. Their people will be visiting them in prison, giving them food which my brother no longer eats, give them all the necessities. So the sentence was light. At least some of them, the 5 of them, would have gotten life sentence.
You were describing that some of them are police officers and they ought to have
Yes.
why what they were supposed to do. You talked about something.
The police officers, even the government would really consider that they are police officers. They are there to protect people and their property. Now they are the people taking people's property and finishing their lives. That would be really considered. Yeah.
So are you going to appeal?
No, enough is enough. Let them serve their sentences. Bwe balikomawo nga balamu oba tetumanyi Katonda calendar, we don't know their calendar. So we don't know whether they will come back, whether they will not come back, how many will come back, how many will remain there. But according to the sentence, they would have remained there for life.
So what's the situation now?
The situation in Rukunjiri is calm. The roadblocks are no longer there. You travel at night, they used to ambush the buses, the taxis. Individuals like these days, you are going for Christmas, they will lay you on the way, they rob you, the phones, all your property. Just say, hand over the phones. They open the boot, they take everything. But now, even if you travel alone along Rukunjiri Road, nothing will touch you, nobody will stop you unless there is a police checkpoint.
How old was the deceased?